The movie kicks off in the city of Denver, where a bunch of stray cats and dogs live together in an old abandoned shelter. It's peaceful, everyone's happy. One of the dogs, a pitbull, just gave birth to a litter of puppies, including a tiny one named Bella. There's also a mother cat who's just had kittens of her own. Everything's going fine until one day, two men break into the shelter. They're there to catch the animals. They manage to grab all the puppies and take Bella's siblings, and although the mother cat manages to escape with just one kitten, the pitbull mom also ends up getting caught. Eventually, the mother cat comes back to the shelter and finds Bella left behind. From that point on, the cat starts taking care of her like she's her own. The two of them, along with the kitten, live together quietly. Later, we meet Lucas and his coworker Olivia. Lucas lives right across from the abandoned shelter. At this point, Bella doesn't trust humans at all. After all, they took her family, but Lucas is different. Every day, he leaves out food for the animals. Slowly, the cats begin to warm up to him, and eventually, Bella works up the courage to run out and greet him. She just really liked him. And luckily, Lucas felt the same way. He decided to adopt her. But things aren't that easy. The landlord of the property, a guy named Gunter, shows up and tells them they're not allowed to stay there. So the animals leave. Lucas, now fully attached to Bella, takes her home and introduces her to his mom. There's just one problem. Their lease doesn't allow pets. So now, they have to hide Bella and hope the landlord doesn't find out. From that moment on, Lucas and Bella become best friends. They play together all the time. Bella's favorite thing in the world is Lucas' blanket because it smells just like him. And she has this hilarious habit of stealing his shoes just so he'll come find her. But her absolute favorite game? Waiting until Lucas starts eating. Then she swoops in and takes a bite of his food. She also loves when Lucas takes her out for walks. And he even brings her along to visit the cats at the shelter. As the years go by, Bella grows up and their bond only gets stronger. When Lucas gets a new job at the hospital, his mom, Terry, starts taking Bella for walks. Terry, by the way, is a military veteran. One day, Gunter comes back and tries to start trouble. He tells Terry that he owns the abandoned lot across the street and that she should tell her son to stop calling animal control about the cats living there. He even claims he already got rid of the animals, but Terry knows he's lying. She tells him straight up there are still cats there, and Gunter threatens her, warning her not to start a fight with him. But Terry doesn't back down. She tells him to do his worst. A few weeks pass, and winter hits. Bella is super excited to see snow for the first time. Lucas takes her outside, and they have the best time playing in the yard. But later that night, Lucas finds a letter from the landlord saying he's coming by the next morning to fix the sink. Problem is, Lucas has work in the morning, and Terry has a doctor's appointment. No one will be home, and if the landlord sees Bella, they could get in serious trouble. So Lucas decides to take her with him to the hospital. It's a huge risk. He could lose his job, but he's got no other option. With his mom's help, he sneaks Bella in through the back door and hides her in the storage room. He sets out some water for her and tells her to stay quiet until he comes back. But of course, nothing goes as planned. While Lucas is talking to his boss, he hears Bella barking from the storage room. Olivia hears it too, and they both rush to her. Lucas starts panicking, asking Olivia if she knows anyone who can watch Bella until his break. Just then, another employee, Teo, walks in and says dogs aren't allowed. Lucas quickly explains everything. Teo gets it and offers to help. He even takes Bella to a meeting for military veterans, where, coincidentally, Terry is also attending. Bella is a total hit. Everyone loves her, and she ends up going to the hospital with Terry every day instead of staying home alone. But when the hospital director shows up unexpectedly, they have to hide Bella under the couch and hope he doesn't notice until he leaves. Some time passes, and Lucas and Olivia end up falling for each other. They start dating and often go out walking with Bella. One day, while they're out, they witness a demolition crew starting to tear down Gunner's house, the one where the stray cats were hiding. Olivia quickly reports it to the authorities, hoping to save the cats, and Lucas even tries to stop the workers himself. But then Gunter shows up and shuts it all down, claiming there are no cats on his property. Except, we literally see the cats running out from the rubble and escaping. Gunter sees Lucas as the reason everything went wrong, so he decides to get back at him. That night, Gunter sends a city officer named Chuck to Lucas' home. Chuck tells Lucas that pets are technically banned in Denver. As long as Bella stays inside, there's no fine. But if she's seen on the street, even once, he'll be forced to take her away. That's the law. Lucas, worried sick, decides to train Bella to return home on her own. He teaches her how to sniff her way back, so if she ever gets loose or someone spots her outside, she can quickly run home and hide. The training actually works. But one day, while Bella is hanging out in the room, she spots a squirrel in a tree and instinct kicks in. She bolts after it, slipping out onto the street. Terry and Lucas search all over the city for her. Eventually, Lucas finds her, just as Chuck arrives. Chuck says he has no choice but to take Bella in. Lucas tells Bella to run home like they practiced, but she won't do it. She senses Lucas is in trouble, and she refuses to leave him. Officers are standing by in case Lucas resists, but he knows there's no way out. So Lucas makes a deal. He asks Chuck to let him be the one to place Bella into the police car himself. That way she won't feel scared or humiliated. Chuck agrees, and Lucas gently puts Bella in the crate, promising her he'll come back for her. Bella looks heartbroken, like she's trying to apologize as she's taken away. Chuck brings her to the animal shelter, where Bella is clearly miserable, waiting for Lucas to return. The next day, Lucas finally shows up after paying the fine. But there's more bad news. The shelter worker tells him that Bella has been labeled as a pit bull, which is considered a dangerous breed under Denver law. If she's ever caught outside again, they won't just take her, they'll put her down. That's the law. Olivia calls it what it is: discrimination against dogs. The worker agrees, but says there's nothing she can do. Now Lucas is seriously worried. He makes the tough choice to move to a nearby city called Golden, where pit bulls are allowed. But he hasn't found a new place yet, so Olivia suggests sending Bella to stay with her uncle Jose in New Mexico for a while. Lucas agrees. It's the only way to keep Bella safe. He puts her in a crate, tells her they'll be together again soon, and sends her off. Bella is devastated, but she goes. She starts adjusting to her new temporary home with Jose. Then, a few days later, Lucas calls. He found a new place. He's coming to pick her up. Jose goes outside to trim the hedges, getting ready for Lucas and Olivia's arrival. But Bella wanders off, and he loses sight of her. At the same time, Bella is feeling anxious. She's scared that she might never see Lucas again, and in a moment of determination, she decides to run away and find him herself. She sneaks up a slide, hops the fence, and takes off on her own journey. Ironically, Lucas's car passes nearby just as she's leaving, but neither of them sees the other. Bella starts her long, exhausting journey back to Denver. That first night, she's overwhelmed. She's never slept outside before. The forest is dark, unfamiliar, full of strange sounds and smells. By morning, she's starving and sets off looking for food. She spots a rabbit and tries to chase it, but it's too fast for her. She fails to catch it and ends up wandering into a small town called Durance. She sees a few street dogs and joins them, hoping they might lead her to food. Together, they head to the cafeteria's trash bins, digging through leftovers. One of the dogs even teaches Bella how to scavenge properly. At night, each dog heads home to wherever they live. One of them invites Bella to join him, but she turns him down. She's not stopping until she makes it back to Lucas. She realizes if she wants to eat, she needs to stay close to people. Meanwhile, Lucas is putting up posters of Bella everywhere, hoping someone will spot her. Back in the forest, Bella hears the sound of gunshots and follows the noise, curious. She comes across a mountain lion lying motionless on the ground. Bella tries to wake it up, but it's too late. When the hunters appear, she quickly hides. They celebrate their kill, talking about how they'll sell the lion's fur for $1,000. Just then, Bella notices a small cub nearby. It's the baby of the lion they just took down. The cub starts following Bella, and without hesitation, she decides to take care of it, just like the big cat once took care of her. Bella starts hunting for food and finding ways to protect the cub. Every night, they sleep huddled together for warmth. Whenever they're hungry, Bella sneaks into nearby areas, scavenging from humans and sharing whatever she can find. They become inseparable. Two survivors, one journey. As the days went by, the mountain lion cub started growing up, and Bella became like a mother to him. They always slept side by side, keeping each other warm. One day, while they were walking, Bella caught a strange scent. It reminded her of dogs, but she wasn't sure. Suddenly, a pack of wolves appeared, eyes glowing and full of aggression. Bella panicked, not for herself, but for the cub. They both took off running, with Bella doing everything she could to protect him. The cub managed to climb up a tree, but Bella got surrounded. Just as things were about to go south, 3 hikers showed up and scared the wolves away. The cub, scared of humans because of what happened to his mother, ran off. Bella stayed behind, realizing the humans might be her only chance at food. The hikers brought Bella back to their camp and took off her collar, where they found Lucas's number. He'd put it there in case Bella ever got lost. One of the men started preparing lunch while another tried calling the number. Lucas didn't pick up, and his voicemail came on. As soon as Bella heard Lucas's voice, she started barking nonstop. She was so excited she even knocked the phone out of the man's hand. Meanwhile, the third guy noticed something moving in the trees. When he looked closer, he saw the mountain lion cub cub watching from a distance. The hikers panicked and ran, leaving behind their food. Bella grabbed the meat and left quietly. Months passed, and winter rolled in, Bella's first without Lucas. One day, the cub noticed fish swimming beneath a frozen pond and started pawing at them. Bella ran over, and the two played together in the snow. Suddenly, she heard something that stopped her in her tracks. Barking. She hadn't heard another dog in ages. Excited, she ran toward the sound and saw a dog named Dutch with his owner. But as Dutch charged forward, his weight triggered an avalanche, burying his owner, Kurt, under the snow. Bella managed to escape just in time. When things settled, she picked up the scent of fear and followed it, finding Dutch, who was trying to dig Kurt out. Bella helped him, and soon two hikers named Gavin and Taylor arrived to help. They pulled Kurt out, unconscious, and called for help. Thinking Dutch and Bella belonged to him, they didn't know what to do with the dogs, so they took both back to their cabin in the woods. Bella didn't want to leave the cub behind, but Gavin and Taylor didn't realize she was trying to stay with someone. They brought her to their home, and though Bella missed the cub, she began adjusting to her new life. At their house, the dogs had everything: warm beds, good food, and a family that cared. Dutch especially loved it there, and Bella started to feel safe too. Then one day, Taylor got a call. Kurt was being released from the hospital. They planned to return the dogs to him. When they visited, Dutch was thrilled to see Kurt, but Kurt wasn't happy at all. He blamed Dutch for the avalanche and his broken leg. He didn't want the dog anymore. When they asked about Bella, he told them she wasn't his and said they could keep both dogs if they wanted. So Gavin and Taylor took the dogs back home, and just like that, Bella became part of their family, for real this time. They even let the dogs go on walks together, but Bella had something else on her mind. She was still thinking about Lucas. So one day, she slipped away while Dutch barked for her to stay. Gavin and Taylor called out to her too, but she didn't look back. She loved her new life, but deep down, she only wanted to see Lucas again. She wandered through the forest for days, alone and hungry, until she reached a town. There, the smell of chicken drew her into a supermarket. She tried to sneak some food, but a worker caught her. Bella ran, causing complete chaos in the store, but she managed to snatch some chicken. After eating, a homeless man named Axel approached her. He gave her some water, and they ended up staying together on the streets. Axel realized that having Bella with him made people more sympathetic, and they started giving him money. From that day on, Axel kept Bella by his side, even tying her up so she wouldn't run away. Bella wanted to play with other dogs, but she was always stuck by his side. As winter came to an end, they camped out in the forest. Bella tried to escape several times, but she couldn't. They freed Bella, and she ran straight to the water, drinking for the first time in days. Then, without looking back, she continued her journey. It had been 2 whole years since she'd been separated from Lucas. But even after all that time, Bella had never forgotten him, not for a single moment. While Bella was wandering through the forest, she ran into a pack of wolves. She managed to escape that time, but the next day was different. The wolves found her again, and this time, she couldn't get away. They surrounded her from all sides. Bella tried to act brave and even lunged at them first, but they were too many. They overpowered her, and it looked like the end, until something incredible happened. Out of nowhere, the mountain lion showed up, the cub she had raised. Now he was fully grown and huge. He charged at the wolves without hesitation, forcing them to back off. He saved Bella's life. She was beyond happy to see him again. He helped clean her wounds, and then they continued on their journey toward Denver together. Bella kept dreaming about the day they'd finally sleep again on Lucas's bed. After traveling a long distance, Bella finally realized they were near the city. But just before entering Denver, the mountain lion stopped. It was time to say goodbye. Wild animals like him weren't allowed to live near humans, and they both knew this was their last moment together. He turned back toward the forest, and Bella watched him go, heart heavy. She made her way into the city, reaching the highway where cars zoomed past at full speed. Bella tried to cross the street, narrowly avoiding getting hit. Her sudden appearance caused a traffic jam and a few minor accidents. People tried to catch her, but Bella kept running. Her only goal was to find Lucas. Then she got hit. She collapsed on the ground, legs broken. But she didn't stop. She forced herself up and kept going, limping all the way to her old neighborhood. She finally reached Lucas's house and started barking, hoping someone would let her in. A woman opened the door, but it wasn't Lucas. Bella ran inside, confused. The smell was wrong. The furniture was different. It finally hit her. Lucas and his family didn't live there anymore. A new family had moved in. The woman, startled, called the police and reported that a strange dog had entered her house. Bella, exhausted, curled up inside. She was heartbroken. After everything, Lucas wasn't there. Then Officer Chuck showed up. Bella recognized him instantly and bolted out through the window. She wasn't giving up. If Lucas wasn't home, maybe, just maybe, he was still working working at the hospital. She ran straight there. And this time, something was different. There were dogs everywhere. It turned out the hospital had become a treatment center for pets, and Bella fit right in. As she wandered the halls, Olivia saw her. Then Theo and the others who used to play with Bella recognized her too. And finally, Lucas arrived. Bella saw him and ran with everything she had left. Lucas dropped everything and scooped her into his arms, crying in disbelief. He couldn't believe it. After all this time, Bella was alive. Olivia and Terry came running too, and everyone celebrated as Lucas rushed her to get help for her legs. But then, Chuck showed up again, this time with city officials and the police chief. He was ready to take Bella once and for all, but the veterans from the hospital stood in his way. They told Chuck, "If you want her, you'll have to go through us." Then Lucas remembered, this hospital wasn't under Denver's city rules. It was federal property. That meant Chuck had no authority here. The police chief stepped forward and ordered everyone to stand down. He told Chuck not to arrest anyone for owning a dog. In fact, he declared that all breeds would now be allowed in Denver. Then came the final blow. Chuck was fired. The chief had received too many complaints about him. With the drama over, Lucas brought Bella home to their new house in Golden. He now lived with Olivia, and together they gave Bella her old favorite blanket. Lucas even shared his food with her like the old days. And Bella? She was finally home. After all those years, all that pain, she was exactly where she wanted to be, curled up next to Lucas, safe, warm, and loved. As she looked out the window toward the forest, the mountain lion was also watching from the woods. He too had found a new family, and that's how the journey ends.